Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Creativity and Inspiration. I'm Lisa. If you're new, welcome. Thank you for being here. And if you keep coming back, thank you. You are so special to us. Today we are talking about colors. And we're going to talk about color meaning and emotions and how you can use color to your advantage in your art, your paper crafting, your home, even your food. So let's just jump into this video. It's a good one, not very long. We will be back on Friday we are making a really cool journal storage. I don't know, it's just really cool. And we're going to be using, oh, not that. That's really cool paper though. We're going to be using some black and white flowers, some black paper, this paper, and then the flip side of that, some flowers. So come back on Friday. I think you're really going to enjoy it. If you want to work along with me, you're going to need a cereal box. I'll see you on Friday for that. But now let's jump into this video all about color. And you know what? We may use some of this paper for that too. So what about color? What does color mean? How does color make you feel? So let's talk about the meaning of color. And we all know red is like stop, right? Danger, or stop, like fiery, passionate. Orange is like, orange can be confident, success, bravery. Yellow, creativity, warmth. Green, nature, healing. Blue, trust, peace, loyalty. Pink is compassion, sincerity, sweet. Purple is royalty, luxury. Brown is dependable, rugged. Black is formal, dramatic. And white is clean and simplicity. Those are just few of the words associated with those colors. But besides just simple words, a lot of feelings, strong emotions can be attached to colors. Red can be energizing, exciting, motivating us to act. Red can also make us angry. Orange can be optimism, self-confident, but it can also be a sign of pessimism and superficiality. Yellow, like I said, it's creative. It's a fun, bright color. But do you know yellow can cause anxiety in people? Green, nature, like I said, but also jealousy. Blue, trust, peace, calm. But it can seem mature, conservative, boring. Purple, think of the king and queen gowns, royalty, wealth. In fact, purple is the only color that doesn't have a downside or a negative connotation to it. I think it's funny. So those are what the scientists talk about color. Now, I'm going to show you some examples of how you have your own perceptions about color and how they affect what you buy, what you like, what you eat, all of that. All right. See this, right? This piece of paper. It's blue on top, brown on bottom. So tell me down in the comments, what does this say to you? Most of you are going to say sky and dirt, the ground. So blue sky and the dirt, brown earth. What if I told you it really goes like this? Then what are you going to say? Well, most of you will probably say the same thing, similar. Most of you will probably say, okay, that's dirt and that's water. Because those things are what our brains have been programmed to see most when we see brown and blue. What if I told you you're only half right? This isn't ground. This is dust blowing on the sky. This is sky, but you can't tell it's sky because it's a dust storm. And maybe this is land, but it's flooded over. You see what I'm saying is your first inclinations are by your experience, what you've encountered and what you've done yourself multiple times. And that's what dictates when you see a lot of colors. So and we're going to use navy. And navy is one of those colors that they say it can be conservative and boring, which I guess it can be. I love navy. I love navy. I think navy is very pretty. This paintbrush is very stiff, sorry. And I'm just going to do little samples of some items so you can see. Okay. Oh, let me go get some purple real quick. Okay, sorry. Had to go get the purple. But using a purple color next. And purple, remember, is regal. And kind of, we're going to mix it in there. There we go. Now, looking at those two colors, what does your brain tell you this is? What does your brain think this is? Probably a lot of you think it's a night sky, because the night sky is dark, black in places, dark navy. It's got some purple colors, depending on where you live and what kind of lighting reflection you get, okay? Same if I came in with yellow with a little orange. You're going to tell me that's daylight, because we're programmed to think yellow on a painting should be the sky or represent daylight, especially when you mix it in with a little orange as well. So your brain is programmed to see certain things with certain colors. This could be a sunset or a sunrise, because it's yellow and orange, those colors you see during those two times of day. But what if I told you, oh no, that is going to be a mountain. I'm making a mountain peak here. This is a mountain. And this is going to be a tree. I'm throwing you off because the colors that you're seeing are not what your brain is expecting. It's not what your brain is used to. It's not what you've been programmed to expect. Let's do one more. All right. Now, that's a flower, but it's totally wrong, right? It's totally wrong because your brain is meant to read red as the petals and green as the stalk leaves. Instead, the red is the stalk and the leaves. So color, so we are born, so as we grow and get older, our brains form ideas about what things should be. So when we encounter something that is not as we think it should be, our brain doesn't like it. And that's sad to say, but it's very, very true. So let me get some different paintings and you tell me, which ones do you like best? The ones that you're used to seeing and expecting, or the ones that are kind of unexpected? So hold on just a second. Okay. So that one. Is that expected or unexpected? That one. Is that expected or unexpected? Do you like it? Or you don't have to like it, but does your brain recognize it and say, yes, that's right? Same with the first one. Now, what about this one? Is it what you would expect, or are some of the colors off? Is the gold throwing you for the background? Do you expect something more like a floor or a room, not just gold color? Expected or unexpected? Expected or unexpected? Okay. Expected. Oops. Okay. Expected or unexpected? Expected or unexpected? Okay, let's do it with this paper. Black and white flowers or colorful flowers? Which one does your brain like better? It probably expects this more than this. So our brains a lot of times dictate our first response to art, to journals, to anything, food, decoration, home decor, anything, because our brains are pre-wired as we've aged to see. So our brains, as we age, are wired to see certain things. Sky and dirt, or dirt and water. It's not in our capacity to even think about a sandstorm. So next time you look at art, whether it's online or in a gallery somewhere, a museum, take a minute and truly look at the image, especially if it's totally out of what you would normally expect. Because your brain, its first thing is going to be, well, that doesn't make sense. What is that? I don't understand. So give it a minute and look at it and think, what is it? What are they trying to say with this painting? Because we have to retrain our brains, we have to retrain our first impressions, our first thoughts on artworks, on journals, on anything, food, home decor, that kind of deals with color. How many of you remember basically this color scheme think it was the early 2000s when the bedrooms were all that nice soft blues and those really pretty browns. And it was so calming, and everybody's bedroom was basically blue and brown. And the reason being because those are calming colors. Blue, of course, is just calming. And the brown was kind of like Mother Earth. You were like going back home again, okay? It was comforting. Maybe everybody didn't realize why they liked it, and some people just got it because it was the hot thing. But the colors were making you feel like, yes, I want to do this because I like it. It makes me happy. But you might not have realized why it made you happy. And it's just really important to realize that art and artists, paper crafters, no matter what, anybody that works with color may not be seeing things the way that you do. Artists don't think about, oh, I have to make sure people know this is a sky and this is, you know, a flooded field. They just create. Just like paper crafters make journals, cooks make food, you create, and the final product is a creation. It's a masterpiece to the person that created it. You're happy with what you're seeing. And then you give it out there to the public for public consumption, whether it's food or a new design for a bedroom, whatever. And if the public doesn't embrace it, one, it hurts your feelings. But two, you start to think, okay, well, I need to make this look like everybody's expecting it. Then that sense of everything being different, everything being unique is gone. You would have all the same thing. And that's why it's important when you see stuff to give it a chance. Because an artist created it. Somebody created it and they're proud of it. And they had this courage to put it out there. So you need to keep that in mind when you're, I don't want to say poo-pooing it, but you know what I mean. When you're like, oh, that's nice, but that's not my style. Okay, well, it's not your style. I get it, but why is it not your style? Is it not your colors? Okay, that's understandable. You don't like the food? Okay, that's understandable too, but if you're not liking it because it's not what you're used to. You know, why did green ketchup fail, guys? Why does anything green fail except for vegetables? Because our minds have been trained that green is bad. It's mold, it's mildew, it's, you know, it's bad. So you have to be open-minded. And you have to look past what your brain just assumed. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video about color meaning, kind of the emotions, but kind of what our brains are programmed to see and that we have to pull back. Anyway, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button with that little bell because there's a lot of great videos coming for you. On Friday, you'll need some scrapbook paper like I showed you at the beginning. You'll need a cereal box, and we are going to make the coolest storage ever. So come back for that. I'll see you then, guys. Take care. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye-bye.